The anticipation surrounding The Witcher 4 is immense, but there are several factors that could potentially lead to disappointment. One of the biggest concerns is the change in the protagonist. Geralt of Rivia has been the heart and soul of the Witcher series, and many players have formed a strong emotional connection to him over the years. If The Witcher 4 introduces a new protagonist, it may alienate fans who are deeply invested in Geralt's story, character development, and his unique relationship with the world. While a new protagonist could offer a fresh perspective, it risks losing the charm and depth that made the original games so beloved. Another significant concern is the daunting task of living up to The Witcher 3, which is widely regarded as one of the greatest role playing games ever made. The bar is set incredibly high, and the pressure to match or exceed the quality of the previous title could result in disappointment if the new game fails to meet those expectations. Even slight shortcomings in storytelling, world building, or gameplay mechanics may be scrutinized, leaving fans frustrated if the game doesn't reach the same level of excellence. The development of Cyberpunk 2077 was a rocky process for CD Projekt Red, and many fans are wary that the same issues could affect The Witcher 4. Cyberpunk 2077 was widely criticized for its technical issues, bugs, and unfinished features at launch. And if CD Projekt Red doesn't learn from these mistakes, it could be detrimental to the Witcher series. A lack of attention to detail, bugs, or incomplete mechanics could frustrate players and lead to a negative reception, especially given the high expectations for the next game. Monetization concerns also loom large over The Witcher 4. The Witcher 3 was praised for its lack of intrusive microtransactions and DLCs, offering a complete and expansive experience without constantly asking for more money. However, there is a growing fear that CD Projekt Red may start to embrace a more aggressive monetization model in The Witcher 4, potentially flooding the game with paid content, microtransactions, or other ways to squeeze additional revenue from players. This could harm the game's reputation and lead to dissatisfaction among fans who appreciate the depth and immersion of a fully fleshed out game. A major aspect of the series' appeal is its mature, morally complex storytelling. If The Witcher 4 veers too far from this well established narrative style, opting for a more action oriented, simplified plot, it may not resonate as strongly with longtime fans. Many players were drawn to The Witcher 3 because of its intricate plots, deep characters, and hard choices that had real consequences. If the new game sacrifices this complexity in favor of more spectacle or streamlined narratives, it could feel like a step backward. Lastly, there is the risk of franchise fatigue. While the Witcher universe is vast and beloved, there is always the danger that continuing a series for too long may cause it to lose its freshness. If The Witcher 4 doesn't introduce enough innovative mechanics, gameplay elements, or narrative twists, it could feel like a rehash of previous games, which may lead to disappointment. Players expect innovation and progression in the sequel to a beloved title, and if the game doesn't deliver on these fronts, it might fail to excite both new and returning fans.